towards net.
And you can see already it's becoming a goalie duel. We kind of saw this in terms of the matchup and the two guys occupying the creases, but it's personifying itself right in front of us.
Morrell came in with a save percentage of .603 on the season and .886 goals against average. Mentioned the saves per game number for Croddick at 15.3. .572 save percentage was also good for 15th in Division I. William Stahl hopping a step, carrying to the near alley. They'll work to X the big green well. Alex Jesse played hero against the Quakers of Penn. Hopper Zapatello went down with an injury. Jesse inserted into the lineup, had the assist on the game tying goal, and then scored the game winner. Carried towards net. Thomas Power puts home the first tally of the contest.
Thomas Power's a guy, spent the last 2 years at Colorado College, comes up to the D1 level, has not missed a step. I mean, the numbers are basically identical. This is his 19th of the year, and he just goes from the right side along GLE to basically ambush the netminder Croddick and go from the blind side. What a great-looking goal.
Nifty footwork there by Power to help avoid the crease. As you mentioned, his 19th goal of the season had a pair of tallies against the Quakers of Penn as we get ready for just our second face-off of the game in a contest that's nearly 7 minutes old. McMeekin and Reagan going after it. McMeekin's able to win it back. Princeton has a team under 40% on the draw this season. McMeekin just over 42% coming in today at 42.3. Had a strong game against Harvard, though, 16 for 25 on X. Tigers looking to go. Net's voided at the other end. It's a long-distance dedication, and the Tigers able to put it home. Cooper Miller from outside the restraining line finds the voided cage and locks the game up at 1.
Well, first of all, quick response by Princeton. Takes away any of the momentum, but what a play there, right there. Good awareness and should bring us to media.
1-1 our score with 7:40 to go here in quarter number. Navab coming to join the action. Looking to set a screen here. They're trying to get that short pull for Power. Power spins away from a check. Tries to pick out the far corner and sends it just wide. Jesse, good hustle. Closest on the backup. Saves possession for Dartmouth. 31 on the shot clock. Restart of action. Molsheim was on Jesse. Now he swings back out. Skip comes across. Jesse towards the front. Bounces it and puts it home. Little give and go action. Gets right back to Alex Jesse. Jesse gets to the front of the net. And Dartmouth with their second strike here in the first quarter.
That was an absolutely beautiful play there, but it was all set up by Julian Navab the first year, who goes and reads his assignment and then finds a man crossing and Alex Jesse on the wrap chance.
Top 20 meeting here in Hanover this afternoon. It is not disappointed so far. First of the game for Alex Jesse. His team leads by 1, 2-1, with just under 2.5 to go here in quarter number afternoon. Ball's in the cross of Stahl, gives it to Paradine. Paradine key in that game against the Quakers of Penn, coming away with the hat trick. Second hat trick for him on the season. The one-time Ivy League Rookie of the Year, starting to find his scoring touch. Now up to double digits in goals with 10. Ball's in his cross in the near alley as the big green will work it wide to Power. He's got Molsheim on him. Looking again to set that pick. Molsheim, so good defensively. So active as well. Might not be numbers that pop off the screen for him, but what he's able to do to limit opponents, but not limited here. From distance, a turf burner from William Stahl. Big green lead 3-1.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable goal. You wanted that multi-goal lead if you're Dartmouth, getting against this Princeton team that has done so much so well this season, and a little bit of celebration to boot. Watch this. Just completely rolls the shoulder, uses the shoulder as a screen, and then rolls it on the ground. You call it a turf burner. I mean, anything to get hot in this weather for Dartmouth is going to be a welcome sight, and they're up 3-1.
Being able to come away with it. Ball's in the cross of Alex Jesse, one of the 3 goals in quarter number 1. 3 goals by 3 different goal scorers. Power, Stahl, and Jesse. Let's go low this time. Misses the cage. No, they're going to say it got a piece of the cage on the way by. Netminder got it. They put shot clock back up to 60.
That was a rise ball, basically. And, you know, Dartmouth fortunate to get the extra time now with which to work, but didn't look like it was going to be on target from her vantage point.
Power with a head of steam. Paradine works it back. Nearly lost it. Takes a hack from Michael Bath, one of the 2 captains on this team, carrying net front. Paul comes loose, it finds McGill, and McGill tucks it home. Some accidental offense there for the Big Green. You got to be in the right spot. Ball finds McGill. McGill finds the net. Dartmouth finds himself with a 3-goal advantage.
Well, I'll tell you what. Princeton did a great job crashing the ball carrier and getting it out of his stick. The problem is, right place, right time. McGill's there, unchecked. And really the only assignment that was available for him was Croddick, who couldn't obviously vacate his cage because that creates even more danger. And so they sell out for the ball carrier, but Dartmouth extremely fortunate.
23rd goal of the season for Colin McGill. He's got goals now in 35 consecutive games in his Big Green career. Push whistle down against the Big Green. Tigers, their first chance here offensively in quarter number 2. Comes over to Nate Kabiri. And Kabiri working it back up top, Chad Palumbo.
They need to see Mackesy wake up at some point soon because there's a little 3-0 run here for Dartmouth.
Around the horn it will go. The ball's in Mackesy's cross right now. They're looking to get him free from Gogan. They get that short stick matchup. Mackesy, there it is. Bounces, scores his first of the afternoon. That moves him into a tie for second place all-time in program history. 146 goals, one more. He will stand alone for the Princeton Tigers, but you said he had to get involved, and he does here. They get the switch. He's able to get free and bounces one over the shoulders of Morrell.
Yeah, that's a short bounce, too, so
plenty of time on the shot clock coming off the timeout for the Tigers. 62 ticks left on that shot timer. Burns again trying to get free. Finds Bonanno along the turf. Morrell makes a save. Rebound in front. Comes back out. Kabiri was on the doorstep. Now a bouncer from distance finds its way home. Second of the game for Coulter Mackesy. And he stands alone in Princeton Tiger history. Now the second most prolific goal scorer in the history of the Princeton Tiger men's lacrosse program.
And he's single-handedly brought his team back into this one because Dartmouth was playing excellent defense. It was Colin Fagan on that one the first year who converged on the shooter on that first try. And then this one right here is just one where it's a great save by Morrell, and then the follow-up, it's kind of a loose ball that just bounds its way, and then if you ever need a North...
Mackesy, 2 goals already. Looks for the skip on the diagonal, picked up. Tigers will keep possession here. Shot clock moving inside 20 seconds. Kramer works it wide to the near alley. Cameron lets it go, and it goes wide. 13 seconds left on the shot clock for the Tigers to try and find the Dartmouth cage.
And Dartmouth switched to a zone here in this last possession, and it's really baffled Princeton on this possession. They didn't even get a shot away until that final 11-second mark. But look out here on the wrap chance.
Griffin O'Neill working, chase. The ball is in and through. Bleeds home through Morrell. Nate Kabiri's first of the afternoon. And the Tigers battling back in this one. They've gone on a 3-goal run, and we are tied up at 4 apiece.
Well, so now that's each team having gone on a 3-goal run. It's a game of runs because this is one of those where you just take all 90 seconds, finally solve the zone just by creating something yourself.
Palumbo thought he'd catch the netminder napping, but Morrell was able to make the save. 9 stops already for Mesa Morrell. Nice swim move by Harrison Keith to bring it across midfield. Still in pursuit, and I think that's one of the things that's sticking out this afternoon. You look at this Tiger team, when that ball's moving its way up the field, the pursuit of the midfielders to really try and force turnovers. It's led to 9 Dartmouth turnovers here today. Princeton's already been credited with 6 caused turnovers as a team.
And it's almost, not to say it's positionless, but it's close to positionless for Princeton because they got attackmen playing on that pursuit as well.
Quick feed coming towards the front. Paradine bounces it home. Dartmouth back in the advantage. Power with the find, Paradine with the finish.
That's got to feel really good. You're just outside the junction. Got to make sure not to commit a crease violation. He doesn't. And that is where you have a man just kind of loitering in front. He just completely snuck away from his man. That was Jackson Green. A little silent move to the left there, kind of like a ninja, if you will. And that finds him open.
This is Quinn Kramer bringing it across, works it over to Mackesy. His 2 goals helping to get his team right back in it here in quarter number 2. Mackesy and Kabiri, perhaps no surprise. 3 goals in the quarter, and some of the better finishers for this Princeton team have started to find the back of the net. Mackesy flipping it, fresh out of the substitution area. Tucker Wade Tigers looking to try and move with some pace. It's Burns working from X. We've seen her there most of the day. Morrell comes out to challenge. Now retreats back to the net mouth. Kabiri flipping, feeding, and finishing. Buonanno with his first of the afternoon.
That's a great angle. You go from X, you go to the outside. Dartmouth had played a zone. And so it's hard to read kind of that play right there where you've got going from behind the cage to in front of the cage. As you can see, that kind of vacated trapezoid almost. You got 4 Dartmouth big green in the shot.
Working here against Gogan, trying to set that matchup. Flip back, now a bouncer towards net, sent wide. Ball loose, picked up by Burns. Carries, Burns sent toward the cage. Morrell gets a piece. Another attempt coming, and that one's going to be sent just wide. Buonanno with the most recent offering. Shot clock again up to 60 seconds. I don't know what I'm more impressed with, Dartmouth's ability to withstand things defensively or Princeton just being more and more creative, trying to find seams against this Dartmouth defense.
I mean, they literally have offensive and defensive coordinators listed as coaching jobs on their website.
Kabiri to Burns. Burns looking back topside, spins against DiGiovanni, dives and puts it home. What a great individual effort that time by Corbin Burns, and the Tigers moving the advantage for the first time this afternoon.
Oh my goodness, that was a great play there. Colin Burns just goes in, lowers the shoulder, and actually uses his size disadvantage to his advantage because I'm about to bring up a Newton's first law here, inertia. DiGiovanni on for Caro, 2-time honorable mention All-American. Last year had a 10.45 goals against average and a 55.7 save percentage. I mean, if you can keep it going and then get a guy who's led you to a 5-2 record against a gauntlet and also 15.3 saves per game to lead the country, I mean, you didn't lose anything. In fact, you've gained.
Gianfor Caro using the grad transfer year, now at the University of North Carolina. Big Green win the draw, but they've got to get it across midfield. Just 5 seconds to do so. Stahl looking for some relief. Stahl's going to have to flip it, and Dartmouth's not going to get it across in time. Tigers able to come out with an aggressive ride. Dartmouth won the faceoff, but had to work it back, and now right towards net the Tigers come. Colin Burns, just like that, 32 seconds in, have possession for less than 10 of those. And Burns is able to pump in his second of the afternoon and put the Tigers in front by 2.
I mean, Princeton has just been stopping Dartmouth in every way before they can even get shots away, before they can even get into the attacking zone. This is a play right here where it's just quickly in transition, outnumbered. You can only see 3 orange jerseys on your screen.
Quinn Kramer has it, flips it up top to Jackson Green. Green working it. Mackesy thought about it. Now he'll back away against Gogan. Number 19 in green and white sticking with number 91 in orange and black. Thomas Gogan coming into today, averaging 2.25 cost turnovers per game. That's first in the Ivy, 8th in Division I. So far has been credited with just a single ground ball. Kabiri with O'Neal. Coming towards the front. What a find and what a finish. Kabiri to Burns. Oh my goodness. Tigers open up a 3-goal advantage.
The name writes itself because that was a burner play right there. What a move. Colin Burns just shimmied his way from outside of Mason Morrell. This is one of those really hard angles to defend. And look at that right there. Just goes over the back left corner of the cage, does Kabiri. Burns is there. Morrell is watching the pass go.
Turnovers. That tied their season high. Turned it over 20 times against Penn State in the opener. But taking care of the ball, stacking up more possessions, creating more opportunity. And a big reason that they've got this 3-goal lead. Parodying, pumps, can't find it. Long pole comes up with him. Big Green trying to move it around the horn. Stahl trying to get free. He's got one of the 5 for the Big Green. McGill works it down low to Power. Powers, we tick inside 9 to go. He's got Mulshine on his backside. Power weaving towards the front and tucks it home. Dartmouth needed one, and Thomas Power delivers.
He's so good with those elusive angles. He started the game rolling in from the right side. This time, it's all the agility, just breaking tackles, breaking jukes. I mean, he did an excellent job. Some of the highlights of that play, You can see a couple of whacks there from Colin Mulshine, who was only a casual.
Total from a season ago against the Tigers of Princeton down in Jersey. Gogan carries it out, works it to McGill. And a flag flies on the play as well. This one sent in. It's through. Pole goal time coming here. Big Green able to find their way and get it into the back of the net.
I think that was Jesse on a one-timer. It was Azelby who just flipped it across, and the speed game worked for Dartmouth. They caught Princeton in transition. There was Gogan who sprinted across the field, starting that big play. And this is going to just be a highlight. You're going to see right here. Quick speed, quick speed. They get it across.
4:53 to go here in quarter number 4. The Big Green battling back. They trailed by just one. Dartmouth needed a finish and were able to find one here as it comes in down low. Azelby to Jesse. 8-7. Princeton hanging on right.
But not all just sitting around.
Wade spinning. Draws a short pole. DiGiovanni comes out. Kabiri backs up with it. Through the near alley as the shot clock moves inside 30 seconds. Kabiri works below the goal line extended. Now looking to try and set from X. Kabiri carrying back topside. Buonanno. Back Kabiri. Kabiri leaves it up top. Tucker Wade with it. Shot clock down to 10. Wade looking to make a move. Wade firing. Sends it from distance. Loose back behind the net. Morrell came out of the cage. Let go, and this one's sent home. Loose ball. Kabiri wins the race to it. Morrell scrambling to get back to the net. But Kabiri's able to put it back in and increase the lead back to 2 for Princeton.
Oh, that's an enormous ground ball there for Nate Kabiri. He picks up what would have been a backup. He completely deletes that race from even happening. Morrell was doing that, trying to back it up. Had to recover because Kabiri got that about 7 seconds before I think he thought he would, and that just creates this opening right here, the biggest ground ball of the game.
Equaling his output against Harvard, 2 goals and 2 assists for Nate Kabiri. 4th multi-goal game of the season. Big Green win possession, but the offense has got to move now here if you're Dartmouth. This is not a team that necessarily plays with a lot of offensive pace. Coming into today, they were taking their first shot. They're 72nd in terms of pacing offensively, taking their first shot on possessions at just over 40 seconds into possessions. But they've got to try and move here. They need a goal. They need to get it back. Stahl towards the net, and Stahl gets them back to within 1.
That's enormous. This is the most, what I'd say, regular looking goal. There's no fancy angles here. This is just straight up offense, beating the defense. And now this is the biggest face-off right here. We look at those numbers. What do we got here on face-offs?
Loss of Mackesy. Jack Mulholland draws the initial assignment. Try and get after him. Mackesy feeding. Back up top. Wade backing away with it. Gogan trying to get after it however he can. Wade able to swim past the stick. Continues to run it out. It comes wide again to Mackesy where Mulholland is. Minute 20 in the game, just under 50 on the shot clock. Net has been emptied as Morrell's coming out to try and cover now. And now space coming. Mackesy getting free. Mackesy bounces home his easiest one he's going to have all season. That completes the hat trick here today for Coulter Mackesy. 148 in his career. Morrell had to come out of the cage to try and force the issue, but Mackesy able to wiggle his way free.
Yeah, that's one where it's the high-risk, high-reward play and the high-risk situation of being down 1 late in this situation. Coulter Mackesy, you said it was only a matter of when he did, but what that does.
State, UNC, and Duke, all those teams inside the top 5 of the RPI coming into today. Of course, if you're on the other side, Coach Kerwin, you know, there are moral victories. There's things you can be proud of, but this is a game that was right there for them. But again, speaks to the growth of this Dartmouth program. Hanging in such against a tough Princeton team. A game that still could be within their grasp, but they got to get it turned over. Jackson Green will carry out. Green going inside the final 20 seconds here, looking for the run out. Green turning, getting free. Green will take a shot towards net, bounces and puts it home. And that one will likely put a bow on this one here in Hanover this afternoon. The 4th of the season for the sophomore out of Rochester, New York. A second empty net tally coming here in the final seconds for the Tigers of Princeton. The game was right there for the Big Green, but Craddock making the point-blank save, and then Princeton running it out, and Green with the capper.
Yep. I mean, Princeton has been there most of the game. The offense